So good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. I'm sorry, but it was a rough week. Video just aired this morning, and this week is starting out way better. Man, it's a gorgeous day. I had the mini excavator reserved to pick up tonight and use Sunday, but because today is such a beautiful day, I called them. They have it available now. I'm going to use it today. So I'm on my way to pick up the mini X, and we're going to start digging. That's going to be fun. Great day. Let me tell you, the sketchiest part about this whole operation is right now unloading this little Mini X from that dump trailer. It gives you a little pucker factor there. You got to use the bucket to help keep you from tipping over. So anyway, we're going to use both the mini excavator and of course the Kubota BX 2380. And so I'm marking my line here. I've got a straight line exactly where the retaining wall is supposed to go, and just a little bit of orange spray paint on the ground, help you keep a straight line, so you make sure you dig right on that line every time. Now I'm starting this whole project by myself. I had intended, like I said, to rent this the next day, so my dad was going to help me, but he's on his way, and just slow and steady with it. You know, if you've ever rented a piece of equipment before, and maybe you're not an expert on it, which I am far from an expert, you take it slow. And there's also power line. You can see the red flags there, power line marked. I did call before I dig. That power line is below, it is more than 3 feet below surface. So I really am not in danger. So I'm just going to scrape the topsoil off here. And I've got the Kubota. You can see the bucket parked right beside it, just in the right spot. Bring it over and just bail it right into the bucket of the Kubota, because it would be insane to drive each scoop of dirt over to where I need to dump it. I have an area, you can see up to the upper left of the screen there, where my driveway dips off quite a bit, and when I'm mowing, it's really not fun to mow. So that's where I'm dumping all this dirt. And the Kubota, of course, can go a lot faster than the Mini X, which is why these two machines make a great pair. I think they're just, if you've got a backhoe, you know, there's one thing to be said about a backhoe, but you're going to have to scoop that dirt and bail it off to the side, and then switch over to using your front loader and scoop it up, and then to, you know, move it down to where you want it to go. This way, I'm just scooping it right into the bucket of the tractor, and the Mini X just sits there, and I'll drive it right down the driveway here and dump it where I need to dump it. Now, the question could be asked, you've got a dump trailer. Why not just bail it all into the dump trailer and then take the dump trailer and dump it where you want it to go? Well, I could do that. If it were just moving it from A to B, that probably would be the best thing to do. But I need to dump it in piles off the side of the driveway to be spread out and, you know, seeded and turned into lawn. So it's not just going to be in one big pile, and there's no way I could maneuver that dump trailer to get it right off the edge of the driveway. And here my dad shows up. Tell him what to do, get a plan, and pretty easy. I'm going to scoop it into the tractor. He's going to take it down and dump it. He can't see well enough to drive a vehicle, but he sure can see well enough to operate the tractor. Does a great job. What a big help this is, too. The amount of time switching between vehicles. See, right now I'm digging with the Mini X and preparing the next scoop of dirt to go into the tractor. So while he's taking it down the driveway and dumping it, I'm still up working. And then of course I don't have the, like I said, don't have the time that I have to jump off the tractor and onto the Mini X and vice versa. And you know, every second counts, especially when you've paid good money for a rental. Now, the downside to renting any equipment is other people use that equipment, and you don't know how well it's been taken care of, and a lot of times it hasn't been taken care of. This Mini X that I'm using right now is a bit loose, and when I'm swinging it over to put the load into the tractor, you gotta be really careful because I don't want to smash the Kubota. But the nice thing about renting a Mini X is that I don't have to do any maintenance on it. When I get done with the machine, I'm going to gas it up, I'm going to wash it off, and I'm going to load it in the trailer and return it. And the rate here up in Northeast Ohio at Rental Corral, is where I rented it from, was $200 for the day, basically. I think with tax it came out to about $190, $190 and change for an 8-hour rental. And I think that's extremely reasonable. And I'll tell you what, it sure beats a shovel. So we're gonna continue scooping here, and I want to speed things up and just have fun watching. So we got the whole project done, at least what we needed the Mini X for, and I returned it with 10 minutes to spare when I got back to the rental place, back to Rental Corral. And I really feel like it was definitely worth the rental. My goodness, it did a great job. And of course, Northeast Ohio, the very next day, we have over an inch of snow. Can't do any more work. Everything is soaking wet. I'm sure it'll dry eventually, but until it does, the wall is on hold. For the past 9 years, this has been my vehicle situation. This is my 2013 Ford Edge. It is an Edge Limited, so it's laid out. It has all of the bells and whistles, it has all the technology, it has leather. It is a wonderful day-to-day driver. Take my daughter to school, you know, get the groceries. It's fantastic. It has done everything that I've wanted it to do, and as an all-around vehicle, I love it. And this is my dad's 2006 Ford F-150. 8-foot bed, extended cab, no bells and whistles. This is a work truck, and boy does it work. It is, for an F-150, a very powerful, very well-made truck, and it has served us, my dad and myself, very well. The backstory on that, why my dad doesn't drive this anymore, is he has macular degeneration, and he's 85 years old today, and he just doesn't drive anymore because he can't see well enough. But I've used this truck ever since he couldn't use it, and I borrowed it more times than I can imagine. And he's given me his blessing that if I found something that could do both, something that could be a daily driver and something that could do the work that this truck does, that I could go ahead and trade both of them. So, a little background on this truck and why would I look for a new truck? Well, this truck is, like I said, the capabilities are fantastic, but the biggest reason that it falls short is it's two-wheel drive, and it'll get stuck on wet pavement, I swear. If you start spinning those rear tires, you're not going anywhere. It'll pull the dump trailer, and I've pushed it to do way more than it's made to do, but it's not exactly what I should have to be pulling a trailer of that size, especially if it's filled with 5 tons of gravel or dirt. So four-wheel drive, towing capability, and payload. I showed you the load I had in this when I picked up all the materials for that fence. It was 3,800 pounds in the back of a half-ton pickup, and that was way too much. So I've been looking, and I've been looking for a long time. And I myself have never, I've driven trucks, but I have never owned my own truck. And I found something. I was intending to buy it at the end of next year, but I don't know if it's gas prices going up or what. I feel like I found the deal of a century, and today I'm going to pick that up. All right, I'm on my way. Can't believe I'm actually a bit nervous about this. I haven't done this in 9 years. I haven't had a different vehicle in 9 years. Going to pick up the new truck. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited about this truck. Really excited. Can't wait for you to see it. There she is. 2009 Ford F-350 Lariat diesel Power Stroke. Turbo diesel. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it is a much more powerful truck than the one I had before. That old F-150. So a little newer than the F-150, a little older than the Edge. Yeah. Let's go talk to the salesman. So here it is. 2009 F-350 turbo diesel, 6.4 turbo diesel, Lariat edition, all leather, navigation, all the bells and whistles that my Edge had, and way more power than what that old 150 had. So of course you're probably wondering, well, how many miles does it have? What'd you get it for? And let me tell you, first of all, I've been looking for a while, and I've seen plenty of Super Duties, diesels, you know, in the 20 to 30,000 margin with 200, 300 some thousand miles on them. This one popped up on my Facebook feed, and they wanted 28,000. I got it for 27, and it only has 118,000 miles on it, which, if you're familiar with diesels, that's like break-in miles. It really was an amazing deal to me. So 27,000 with 118,000 miles, and the thing is mint. It came from Florida, so not a lot of salt in Florida like we have up here in Ohio. So not an ounce of rust on the thing, and I'm just thrilled. I am absolutely thrilled. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful truck. I love the way it runs. I love that it's a diesel. I love the power it has. Oh. So right now, I am taking it over to show my dad, because I'm sure he's going to want to see it. See what I got to replace his old girl. So I'll be there next. All right, well, I just left my dad's house, showed my mom, my dad, showed my brother. Everybody was thoroughly impressed. I am so happy with this. I'll tell you what, it's like I said before, I was kind of nervous about this, nervous about switching. When you own the same vehicle for 9 years, you know everything about it, you know how well it runs and everything, and knock on wood, I'm absolutely thrilled. So, would you look at that? She even fits in the garage. That's pretty incredible. Didn't leave a lot of room to spare. The top of it came about 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the top of the garage door. But she made it in. An inch is as good as a mile, you know? Anyway, so I appreciate you coming along on my journey. It sure is a good day for me. Hope she does as well as she's doing right now. I'm just, like I said before, knock on wood, that it's a good purchase, and I'm happy with it. So, hey, let me know what you think in the comments. You know, tell me if you think I did a good thing here. I think I did. So, anyway, appreciate you watching again, and we'll be doing more stuff with a new to me truck.